Namo Amitabha Buddha. Welcome, everyone, to the video. Suffering from illness. Root causes and ways to overcome it. In this life, all of us, at some point, have experienced sickness or pain, or witnessed our loved ones suffer physically and mentally. In such moments, we often ask ourselves, why is there suffering? How can we overcome it? Is there a method to truly heal these illnesses at their root? Today, we will delve into a very important and practical topic: how to overcome suffering from illness, especially focusing on the method to eliminate karmic obstacles and heal illnesses. We will explore the deep-rooted causes of suffering from illness, not only from a physical perspective but also through the lens of karma and spirituality. With the compassionate and profound wisdom of Buddhism, this video is not just a lecture, but also a heartfelt sharing, a companion on the journey to find peace and liberation from illness. Inspired by the teachings of Venerable Master Tin Kong. Illness and its roots in karmic retribution. The deep and true cause of all illness is the creation of evil karma by sentient beings. This point comes from comparing it with the Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and arahants, who do not create evil karma and therefore do not suffer from disease. In rare cases where they appear to fall ill, it is merely a compassionate display for the purpose of teaching and benefiting sentient beings, such as the example of Vimalakirti, whose illness was only a skillful means to deliver teachings. Every thought, even the most subtle one that often goes unnoticed, can create karma. Only after studying Buddhism and reading the sutras do we become aware of these subtle thoughts. Even a small unwholesome thought can affect our physiology. Worse still, major negative thoughts can transform a person's entire physical condition. The text points out that modern science and doctors are beginning to recognize this principle, seeing the close relationship between mental and physical health. A person with a healthy, stable, and positive mind is more likely to recover quickly even from serious illnesses. What may seem like a miracle often has a deeper explanation. Layman Ly Moc Nguyen and the Power of Thought. Layman Ly Moc Nguyen serves as a vivid example of the power of thought in confronting illness. 10 years ago, he was diagnosed with widespread cancer throughout his internal organs. Doctors gave him a prognosis of just 3 to 6 months to live. In despair, he let go of all worries, prepared for the end, and focused solely on reciting the Buddha's name. He did not seek medical treatment or take medicine. He simply awaited rebirth in the Pure Land. The result? Through his unwavering mind and the power of Buddha recitation, the cancer cells vanished, and his body returned to normal. The medical community considered this a miracle, but from the Buddhist perspective, this has a clear rationale. Thoughts have the power to transform one's physiology. Cancer and fear. Cancer itself does not kill people. Fear does. This viewpoint stems from the understanding of karma and cause and effect. Cancer patients often die because they are consumed by fear. Daily anxiety and dread of death worsen their condition. Therefore, understanding the root causes of illness and learning how to overcome them is crucial. The method to eliminate karmic obstacles and heal illness. Illness is undeniably caused by karmic obstacles. When karma manifests, it is essential to know how to dissolve it. The best method is to stop doing evil, practice good deeds, accumulate virtue, and wholeheartedly recite the Buddha's name. The Buddha is regarded as the embodiment of supreme goodness, and no worldly or transcendental good deed surpasses Buddha recitation. Reciting the Buddha's name is considered the supreme virtue and has the power to resolve all issues. Even if one recites with a superstitious mind but practices sincerely and correctly according to the Buddha's teachings, they will still receive blessings. All the more so for those with right faith, who understand the principles and sincerely practice Buddha recitation. They will gain even greater benefit. Explaining special illness cases. Some illness cases are tied to karmic retribution and influenced by spiritual factors. The scripture passage 2 Git Niep Dao Luan Doi Vi Din Kh In Trong Hoak Nan Xa Tho Hoak Bad Dak Du Nam Nu Tuk Nyan Bat Bien Ti Su means, all of this is due to karmic retribution. The outcome, whether light or severe, is yet undecided. Some cannot relinquish the body. Some cannot be cured. Ordinary people with worldly eyes cannot discern the truth behind these events. Illustrates this point clearly. Case 1. A person bedridden for a long time, wishing to live but unable to do so, and wishing to die but also unable. This may be because their karmic creditors are currently presenting their case before King Yama, and the matter remains unresolved. Thus, the person's condition does not improve. Case 2. The person is unwilling to relinquish life, and still clings to the remaining blessings they have. If they are willing to let go, the situation may change, but if they persist in enjoying their remaining blessings, they must enjoy them while bedridden. Case 3. The illness is incurable, and yet the person does not die. This is due to other specific karmic reasons. Ordinary people, lacking divine vision or the ability to see past lives, cannot comprehend these deep-rooted causes, which are fundamentally linked to karmic debts and retribution. A key principle is that accumulating blessings will bring positive outcomes. Even if the causes of illness vary, sincerely cultivating blessings will be beneficial. The Buddha teaches, cultivate blessings to escape suffering, especially through reciting sutras and engaging in virtuous actions, which are highly effective when applied for the benefit of the sick. Reciting sutras to transform karma. Reciting sutras can help eliminate karmic obstacles and benefit both the reciter and the person being recited for. However, the key lies in a sincere and respectful heart. If one recites sutras distractedly or with a wandering mind, the effort may be in vain, no matter how many times the sutras are recited. To illustrate this, we reference the story of Master Thich K. Quang reciting the Diamond Sutra, as well as practices like drawing talismans or chanting mantras. The efficacy of these practices does not stem from the actions themselves, but from the practitioner's pure and focused mind. A person drawing a talisman must be completely focused, free of stray thoughts, for it to be effective. Likewise, one who chants the Great Compassion Mantra with a pure and undistracted mind can heal illnesses. When reciting for another person, the reciter actually gains most of the merit, 6 out of 7 parts, while the sick person only receives 1 part. The illness of the patient becomes a condition that inspires relatives to dedicate themselves to spiritual practice, thus gaining immense merit. The patient receives a portion of these blessings. If the relative recites 2 sutras, the patient gains 2 parts. This principle reflects the profound interconnection between mind, karma, and filial piety, merits of Buddha recitation halls and sincere recitation. Reciting sutras with a concentrated mind is like a ray of innate wisdom illuminating the darkness of ignorance. Each session of focused recitation is a rare opportunity to awaken wisdom. Similarly, attending a Buddha recitation hall and reciting the Buddha's name with a still mind helps one gather their thoughts, experience inner peace, and receive true benefits from the practice. When the mind is calm, it is easier to generate and maintain the intention to recite the Buddha's name and to find joy in the practice. Buddha recitation should be performed with sincerity, no doubt, no distraction, and no interruption. Only in this way can one attain a pure mind. The pure mind is our true mind, our originally pure nature, which is obscured by delusory thoughts. The merit of sincere Buddha recitation lies in its ability to help reveal this true nature. Reciting sutras or the Buddha's name with one pointed concentration for 1.5 to 2 hours can significantly transform the consciousness, creating blessings for the sick. Beyond sutra recitation, using the patient's resources to generate blessings, such as making offerings to the Triple Gem, offering sutras, Buddha images, temple construction, oil lamps, etc., is also vital. This should be communicated to the patient, especially when they are near death but still lucid. Knowing that their blessings are being generated brings them joy and peace, which aids in rebirth to a better realm. If the patient has never performed meritorious deeds, their relatives can do it on their behalf and inform them so that they may receive the benefit. Generating blessings through offerings to the Triple Gem brings far more profound merit than social charity work. While charity brings some merit, it is usually insufficient to dissolve deep karmic obstacles. In contrast, even a single flower or lamp offered to the Triple Gem can eliminate karmic obstacles and bring immense blessings to both the donor and the recipient of the merit dedication. If offerings to the Triple Gem today seem to lack obvious spiritual responses, it may be due to a lack of sincerity or other interfering factors. Creating blessings at the Dharma Center. In the past, Genuine cultivators in Dharma centers often experienced visible spiritual responses. Nowadays, however, many centers do not follow correct practice and are filled with conflict, greed, anger, and pride. Although offering blessings there may still generate merit, the results are less apparent and difficult to perceive within this lifetime. If a Dharma center has sincere practitioners, especially those who renounce worldly concerns and wholeheartedly recite the Buddha's name to seek rebirth, then even a single incense stick or oil lamp offered there brings genuine and profound merit. Just like offering directly to the Buddha. Forms of offering to the Triple Gem. Offering sutras and images. This includes not only printing scriptures as before, but also spreading the Dharma via modern media such as recordings, videos, CDs, VCDs, or the internet. Using technology to disseminate the Buddha's teachings and images is a form of offering. For example, when someone opens a web page, sees a Buddha image, and listens to a Dharma talk, that moment contains all three jewels: creating Buddha and Bodhisattva images, building Buddha recitation halls and offering statues of Buddhas or Bodhisattvas, such as the Western Trinity, is another form of offering. Depending on financial capacity, statues can be made from various materials: cement, wood, gold, silver, bronze. Those made from precious metals endure longer and bring greater merit. Merit from image creation does not depend on size. What matters is whether the center has Dharma teachings. When practitioners understand the symbolic meaning behind the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas they worship, the merit and benefits are greater. For example, offering a statue of Kayasitagarbha Bodhisattva reminds us of filial piety. Offering Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva teaches compassion. Without understanding, the act merely plants good seeds in the alaya vijnana, storehouse consciousness. But the real merit cannot yet manifest in this life. Building temples and stupas. A stupa is a sacred structure that houses the relics, sarira, of the Buddha and enlightened monks, while a temple serves as a place for spreading the Buddha's teachings, for monastics to practice, and for laypeople to receive guidance. In ancient times, the term temple also referred to government offices, symbolizing continuity and permanence. Thus, using the word tu for a monastic residence signifies that a temple is a place where the Dharma is propagated from generation to generation without interruption. It is a working space for monastics to teach the true Dharma and guide beings on the path. Unlike shrines, which are places for worshipping deities. Nowadays, however, many people fail to distinguish between temples and shrines, leading to widespread misunderstanding. We must clarify this distinction to properly understand the temple's role in Buddhism. The meaning of offering oil lamps. Offering oil lamps is not because the Buddha needs light. It symbolizes the spirit of self-sacrifice for others. The lamp burns itself to give light, representing the ideal that we should live for society and sentient beings. dedicating ourselves wholeheartedly without expecting anything in return. If we still seek reward, then our actions are no longer rooted in Dharma practice, but rather in a transactional mindset. The Buddha taught that if everyone possessed the aspiration to serve others selflessly, the world would become peaceful, prosperous, and joyful. We should emulate the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, living for the greater good and not for personal gain. The concept of selflessness, Anatman. In Buddhism, having a personal agenda is discouraged. One's own will is the root cause of rebirth within the 6 realms. As long as we cling to the idea of a self, we create attachments that trap us in cyclic existence. Only by eliminating the self-view can we attain liberation. The Buddha teaches timeless truths to awaken us from the delusion of endless samsara. Once we realize these truths, we are no longer bound by ego and can be freed from the cycle of rebirth. Life is a stage play. Life is like a play, and the scriptures are the script. We live to act out this play according to the script, without adding or removing personal intentions. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas also live in accordance with this script, which is why their lives are described as playful displays of spiritual power, divine freedom in action. Scriptures are not the personal views of the Buddha, but expressions of the inherent truth of our own nature. Living according to the scriptures means living in harmony with our true nature, just as the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas do. Venerable Bin Jia Huyen Jok once told the Luke to Hu Nom, discrimination is not intention. Attachment is not intention either. The intention here refers to selflessness, to harmonizing with beings and rejoicing in others' virtues without personal will. That is true spiritual freedom. When we reach the state of no self, we are no longer bound by birth and death. Everything becomes a performance, a stage. Understanding this helps us see the true nature of life and the universe. If we refuse to act, live by the Dharma, we must endure the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, Buddhists should emulate the Bodhisattvas' playful displays of spiritual power, understand the essence of the scriptures, and apply it in life for true benefit. Making offerings to the Sangha's support fund. Sangha refers to the Dharma Center's merit fund, used to cover the living expenses of monastics. Offering to this fund is a genuine act of merit. Buddhist disciples should understand this and sincerely support the Triple Gem. It's crucial to remind the sick of their past good deeds while they are still conscious. This helps sharpen their awareness and reassure them that their good karma will benefit them after death. Even if the person falls into a coma, family members should continue reminding them of their past virtuous acts until their final breath. And even for the next 7 days, reciting sutras for deliverance and accumulating merit. When reciting sutras to dedicate merit to the sick or deceased, sincerity and reverence are essential. Practice should be clear and loud. Recite with a clear, articulate voice. 1 or 2 rounds are sufficient. Sincere and respectful. This is the most crucial element. One must have faith in the triple gem, trust the Buddha's words, and genuinely wish to benefit the person being dedicated merit, without doubt. Do not allow any thoughts of skepticism about the efficacy of reciting or the power of deliverance. Uninterrupted. The entire sutra must be recited without pauses. Interruptions dilute concentration and lessen effectiveness. Undistracted. Keep the mind solely focused on the scripture. No stray thoughts or fantasies. We liken sutra recitation to training soldiers or fighting battles. It demands intense concentration for best results, while frequent recitation helps build familiarity. Only focused and undisturbed practice leads to real transformation and merit. At home, phones are a major distraction. Turn off or unplug them to avoid interruptions. Also, eliminate any other external disturbances for complete and focused recitation. Merit from sutra recitation versus lecturing. Sutra recitation and the threefold training. When done with sincerity, no doubt, no interruption, and no distraction, the practitioner perfects precepts, concentration, and wisdom. This is true cultivation. Reciting versus lecturing. Reciting sutras generates more merit than lecturing on them. Lecturing creates blessings, but reciting creates true merit. Lecturing merit depends on realization. If the lecturer can enter into the meaning of the scripture, it generates merit. Otherwise, it only brings blessings, self-determined results. Whether one gains blessings or true merit depends entirely on one's personal cultivation. A quoted scripture states, Ti Nhan Meng Chung Kai Hao, Tu Pu Wong Trong Toi, Kai Ungu Bo Jian Toi, Bin Dak Gi Thot, So San Kai Shu, Huang Tri Tuk Meng. Means, after this person passes away, even if they had severe karmic offenses, even 5 grave offenses, they can attain liberation. In their next life, they will know their past lives. This emphasizes the incredible power of sincere sutra recitation, capable of liberating even those with heavy karma and granting past life awareness. Many doubt this, thinking it's too easy to escape grave karma by just reciting one sutra. However, the sutra explains that doubt and distraction render recitation ineffective. People use the deluded minds of ordinary beings to judge the wisdom of the Buddhas, which leads to misunderstanding. The sutra affirms that both merit and sin lie within a single thought. If that thought transforms, one can go from hell to the Buddha realm. This is the principle behind the Amitabha recitation method. Even one in a Avicii hell, if they recite sincerely, can attain Buddhahood. The key lies in whether the person can transform their wicked mind into a pure one. In theory, it's entirely possible, because deluded thoughts are illusory, while enlightened awareness is innate. With total awakening, one can instantly cut through all illusions and restore original enlightenment. Thus, the transition from hell to Buddhahood happens in a single thought. The question is, can we harness that thought? This is not mere rhetoric, but a truth grounded in solid principle. If one recites with sincere, undistracted, unwavering devotion, the merit is boundless. It can deliver even those with heavy karmic burdens and grant true benefits, such as rebirth in fortunate realms and the ability to know past lives. Yet, the scripture also notes that the highest realm such people can reach is Retribution heaven, the heaven of 33. Why? Because they are enjoying blessings generated by others. To go beyond this, one must practice themselves. To ascend higher, one must rely on their own practice. Those born in 4 heavenly kings' heaven or Retribution often remember past lives, clearly seeing karmic cause and effect. This prevents them from committing further evils and motivates them to do good and cultivate merit. This awareness of past lives offers tremendous value, helping one avoid delusion and live with wisdom. From this, we must seize the chance to cultivate while still healthy and capable. Strive diligently for perfect merit on your own. Relying solely on blessings from others means receiving only a fraction. Dear friends, our journey exploring suffering and illness, root causes and how to overcome, ends here. We hope today's sharing brings you valuable insights and practical methods to care for your body, mind, and loved ones. Most importantly, remember, suffering is part of life, not a personal fault, but we are not alone. The Buddhist teachings are always with us, ready to light the way. Keep firm faith in cause and effect. Practice diligently. Avoid evil. Do good. And especially recite the Buddha's name, like a bright lamp dispelling darkness. The light of the Dharma will guide us through all pain and bring true peace and liberation. Let us also remember, each of us carries tremendous inner power. The power of intention, compassion, perseverance, and diligence. Awaken it, and let it fuel your journey through adversity. Life is a journey, and though we may stumble and suffer along the way, what matters is that we never give up. Rise again, move forward, and always follow the light of the Dharma. Before we end, we wish you and your family health, peace, and steadfast progress on the path of practice. Namo Amitabha Buddha. May all sentient beings be liberated from suffering.